Good afternoon. Sitting here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Figured I'd throw a little video out. Got unloaded, what was it? Saturday over there in Clarksville, Arkansas. So I sat yesterday over in Clarksville at Lazy Larry's, I think is what it was called, right next to Walmart DC there. She found me this load over here in Fayetteville. On the way over, I figured I'd stop and get me a sandwich and top off my fuel. But when I did, I was hearing some stupid stuff. I don't know whether it's me, because I've been in the industry so long. I don't know if it's the general public just don't understand, or it's just her. I don't know. You can leave me a comment if I'm wrong or not. I'll get to it. I put my fuel, I went in, got my ticket, and that particular fuel stop there, up on the hill just north of 40, there in Arkansas. After I got my ticket, I was walking away to walk around the other side of the building to get my sandwich. This lady, older lady, she's not real old, but she was older than the lady that was at the fuel desk. She walks over and I don't think she knew anybody was around. Well, that's what she alluded to later. But she asked, how come? And she looked, the expression on her face, she looked like she was mad or disgusted. And she goes, how come they consider us drivers, truck drivers, essential employees? And I just shook my head. But then once the lady behind the fuel desk said, well, I don't know. Something just triggered, and I don't know. I just found myself turning around and going back over and asking that lady that originally started the conversation. I asked her, what did you say what I think you said? And she goes, yeah. I go, are you just being a smart ass, or you really don't understand this? And she goes, yeah. She goes, I don't understand why. She goes, if you guys went home, we'd be all right. And this lady works in the restaurant of that fuel stop. She was holding a cigarette in her hand, and one of them power drinks. I don't even know what the hell kind it was, but it was one of those little round, about yay tall. It's like a power drink, boost your energy or whatever, energy drink, I guess. And I looked at her hands and I looked at her and I was like, you're kidding me, right? And as I walked around the corner there, the gal behind the counter there, she's younger than the other one. You could clearly tell it. She was smiling because she knew what was coming. I said, that cigarette in your hand, how you think you got that? She goes, I got it from right in there. She pointed at the cigarette rack. I said, how you think they got there? I go, and that drink you're holding in your hand, how you think you got that? I was like, guys like me that come in here and put fuel, we delivered them to those distribution centers that then another truck, maybe a smaller one, but it's still a truck, brought it here. I go, there's nothing in this place that didn't have something to do with the trucking industry. From the time this lot here from the beginning when it was nothing but grass and trees. From that time to today, this whole truck stop exists because of trucks. From the construction of it, to the materials that got brought in, to the finishings, all these counters, the shelves, the lighting, the roofing, the walls, everything. Even the stuff that you cook with came in on a truck. I said the very food you cook got brought here by a truck. And for the most part, not all, but for the most part, the food that you cook goes into the bellies of those truck drivers. It's like, she goes, oh no, we got a lot of cars. And I said, and like I said, for the most part, those trucks stop, you stop working. If those truck drivers, like you said, just go home and you'll be all right, well, yeah, you might be all right for a while. But once the truck stop, then this truck stop won't need you to cook that food, so you get sent home. And now you're at home, and these trucks aren't rolling. After a while, you won't have anything at the house to eat because there ain't no trucks. She goes, oh, okay, I understand now. Like, I told her, you should have already understood. Just from the industry you're in that kitchen. You see the deliveries coming in to you. You see the people buying your food. Those truck drivers, they're not just local guys. They're not just grain haulers. They're not just bull haulers. And those guys, if it wasn't for those guys, they wouldn't need some of us, because I run a reefer box. The grain hauler takes the grain to the farmers so the farmers can feed their cows, and then you got the cattle haulers that are taking it to market, and then you got the people in there slaughtering them. It's just one big cycle, and we're all part of it. Are we more important than you, the cook? Nope. We're just a piece of that big old puzzle. But you need to understand that you are, and I am, a piece of that puzzle. You're a part of the puzzle, and you don't even understand the puzzle. I don't understand. I don't know whether it's, if it's just her or the general public or what, but just for everybody out there, if you're not in the industry or if you're not, you don't understand, those eggs you get from the store, they didn't just come from the egg ferry. They got brought from with a truck from a commercial egg farm. We picked them up over there. We brought them to you. Does that make us heroes? No. Because like right now, because of all the restaurants, being down, no, they're not shut all the way down, but the level in which they're operating is way down. So they're ordering less, which means there's less loads, which they're paying us less, which they weren't paying a lot to begin with. A lot of people are on the misconception that we the drivers or we the companies make a lot of money. The profit margin on these trucks aren't very good. And when you drop the price that it's being moved, that means the profit margin is even less. The only thing helping right now, excuse me, is the price of fuel's down. In some cases, a whole $1 now. So, but as far as that lady goes, it just blew my mind. Blew my mind. So, I just figured I'd put this video out here. I got my sandwich. Even though she didn't understand, it's okay with me because she made me a sandwich. A brisket sandwich, no less. So I'm going to cut this video off so I can put the feed bag on. Everybody have a good day. Keep the shiny side up. And like usual, like, share, and subscribe, by God.